When's the best time to sell my house? And that is a question I've heard, I don't even know how many times over the years. Now, the common assumption is that, well, the best time to sell your house is wait until the spring. But did you know that may not always be true though? Hey, Jose here, your SoCal Realtor. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, do not hesitate to reach out. My team and I, we are here and ready to help you with your real estate needs. Oh, real quick though, I do want to encourage you to stay into the end because I do have a free gift that I would like to offer you. Okay, so yes, the season of the year, it certainly can have an effect when it comes to selling your house. And traditionally speaking, spring is the most popular time of year to sell your house. And here's why that is. Yeah, if I have kids, school-aged kids more specifically, but if I have kids, I'm probably going to be a lot less likely to want to move right in the middle of the school year, like, I don't know, November, December, February, whatever it is, but I'm probably a lot less likely to want to do that. That's why you see a lot of these home buyers start their home buying journey in the spring and even the summer. This way they can move into their new home, close on their new home, before the new school year starts.
It makes perfect sense to me.
But what you probably didn't know is there was a study that was recently done by Adam Data Solutions. And what they found is that homeowners that went and sold their home, they typically got more, meaning more over the asking price when they sold their house between the months of December and March than they were when they sold their home between the months of June through November. My personal opinion why that is because, well, if you have that many people that are all saying the same thing, I need to wait until the spring. That's the best time. I'm going to wait until the spring to sell my house. Well, guess what? You have that much more competition to get a buyer to come see your house and not go see all the others, or make an offer on your house and not make an offer on all the others. Or another way you could look at the same thing is buyers have more options. Don't get me wrong though, I mean, it's not Jose saying that spring is the wrong time to sell my house. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, there's obviously benefits to selling your house in the spring or even the summer. I guess my point though is just simply this. Yes, when you do sell your house in the spring and the summer, you are typically, you're gonna see more buyers out shopping, which sounds great. It just doesn't necessarily translate to more money in your pocket because again, while there's more buyers, remember, there's also more homes being sold too. And before you say it, Jose, I mean, if it's not spring or if it's not summer, when is the right time to sell my house? And here's what I will say. There really is no right or wrong time to sell your house. However, with that said, there are a few factors that you do want to look at to help determine if it's the right time for you to put your house on the market, such as, first of all, what's the market like where you live?
What is going on here?
Is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market where you live? If it's a buyer's market, well then the leverage really isn't on your side when it comes to selling your home. A buyer's market by definition is just simply this. You have more homes available for sale than you have buyers that are out looking to buy a home. Now, here in California, or Southern California specifically, we haven't had a buyer's market in I don't know how long. Okay, well, before you go and start commenting on me down below, there was the housing market back in 2008. That one was kind of an interesting one though, because it was not brought on by just, standard market conditions that just created the flux. No, that one was actually brought on by not so good decisions that were made in the industry. And I'm not pointing fingers at the consumers, not really at all, actually. I'm pointing those fingers really more at the industry experts. But let's just say this. Let's say for argument's sake, let's say it is a buyer's market where you're at, which as of June 2024, the time I'm making this video, it's not a buyer's market still though. But let's just say it is. Let's say it is a buyer's market. Then does that mean it's a bad time to sell your house? The answer is, well, really kind of depends on what you plan on doing after you sell your house. Now, let's say for example, you have a property over here, you're just planning on selling it, just want to get rid of it. I have no plans, none whatsoever. I am not going to become a buyer. I'm not going out and buying a replacement home for that. Then yeah, maybe it's not the best time for you to sell. Of course, there might be extenuating circumstances, factors that makes it necessary to sell the house, but let's just say that there's not. There's no circumstances or factors or anything going on that makes it necessary to sell the house. And again, you have no plans to go out and buy a replacement. Well then Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. It might not be the best time for you to sell that house. But if you are planning to sell that house and go out and buy a different home, a replacement home, well then you're going to be a buyer once you go out and start looking for your new home to buy. So in that case, was it really a bad idea for you to go ahead and sell your home so you can make a move? Maybe not. Now, if it's a seller's market, well, that's great news because all the leverage is in your corner because, well, it's your market.
I have the power!
I mean, there's more buyers out shopping than there are homes available for them to buy, so that's great news. Of course, though, keep in mind, if you are looking to sell your house to buy a different home, a replacement home, yeah, you might have had all the leverage over here as a seller. You're not going to have it so much over here as a buyer. Here's the thing to keep in mind with both of these, seller's market, buyer's market, and I didn't come up with this statement. I love to take credit, but I can't. I didn't come up with it. But oh, how true it is, because it does not matter. It's a seller's market, buyer's market. It does not matter. The market's always good for someone.
Wow, never thought about that.
Here's my take on when is the right time to sell your house. First, let me just say, don't bother trying to time the market. It's like the old saying, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. So I wouldn't bother worrying about trying to time the market. In fact, like I just said, I mean, seller's market, buyer's market, it doesn't really matter. It's always good for someone. So instead, I will say this, sell when you're ready to make a move. However, quick caveat to that is, how long ago did you buy the house? Yeah, if you bought your house pretty recently and you think, I don't want it anymore. For whatever reason, this house just doesn't work. I need to sell, but you don't have any equity or not very much equity. It could end up costing you money to sell your house. Or here's kind of a twist to that. Let's say you've lived in the house, not very long. You've been there a year and a half now. And again, for whatever reason, doesn't matter, but you decide it's time, I need to sell this house, I need to go get a different house, I need to sell. And you have equity. In fact, you have a pretty decent amount of equity in your house. Yeah, let's say the housing market's done pretty good where you're at. There's capital gains tax to consider because, yeah, if you sell that house and you make a profit on the sale of the house, but you haven't been there for at least 2 years, okay, technically you must have lived in the house for 2 out of the past 5 years. But if you haven't and you make a profit on the sale of your house, well then you're gonna have to pay capital gains on the profit from the sale of your house. Whereas if you have lived there for 2 out of the past 5 years, well in that case, good news, because now you can write off the capital gains. Yeah, as of the recording of this video, you're able to write off up to $250,000 of capital gains if you're single, and up to $500,000 if you're married. Of course, my word of caution to that is be sure to speak with a tax expert for more guidance on that. But if you do have equity, so you're not going to lose money selling the house, and for the reasons we just talked about, you don't have to worry about capital gains on that equity, well then it really just comes down to what's the best time for you. I mean, has your family outgrown the house that you're in today, or are you being relocated due to work? You're not going to be in the area anymore. Or what about this one? What if it's time to downsize? Just the size of home you have today just no longer makes any sense. Listen, if it's time to move, then it's time to move. I wouldn't worry about trying to time it, looking for the right market to sell your house. Here's my recommendation to this, because if you do have a reason or a need to sell your house, to make a move, because every situation is going to be a little bit different, a little bit unique. So what I would do is I would sit down with a real estate agent, have them break everything down thoroughly for you, break out all the numbers, review it. If the numbers make sense, then in that case, yeah, I'd probably go ahead and sell and make the move. Hey, I'm really glad you made it to this point in the video because as I mentioned at the beginning, I do have a free gift for you and it's my free home seller's guide. This is designed to, if you are planning and thinking about selling your house, this is designed to be your blueprint to help you go from step one to getting your home sold and making sure that you are able to sell it and get the most possible money from the sale of your house. Go ahead and click on the link down below to download your free guide. Of course, if you do have any questions, or maybe you are thinking about buying or selling a home here in, or just anywhere near or around the Inland Empire, My contact information is below. Feel free to reach out. Otherwise, until then, catch you on the next one.